the Dua Anto family, Eroma Dua Anto, with the Osaye and Dankwa families, and all the aligned families solemnly announced the sudden passing of their son, brother, nephew, and husband, Kofi Owusu Dua Anto, Koda. On Sunday, April 21, 2024, following a brief illness. The sudden departure of Koda has left us sorrowful and devastated, and we deeply appreciate the outpouring of love and support from contemporaries, friends, fans, and loved ones. As we grapple with shock and grief of this loss, we humbly request privacy during this profoundly challenging time to heal and mourn as a family. We kindly invite you to visit www.kodasmemorial.com, which will be accessible shortly with information on his memorial and funeral arrangement. Koda's legacy will endure, resonating throughout eternity. Blessed are those who die in the Lord. From henceforth, ye saith the Spirit, that they may rest from their labors, and their works do follow them. Revelation chapter 14, verse 13. Amen. Abusafo we and some Koda awon baby ekro na abusafo and a wife the abeto abonting.
I'm going to start with a story before we get there. My wife tells me it's 2015. I always thought it was 2016, but 2015 I put myself up under a bit of stress, and then I wasn't getting enough rest and exercise too at the same time, both of them. So the body just was not reacting well. So I think one of the evenings I wasn't feeling too well. So my wife carried me along with my big sister, and I was taken to a hospital in Takrady. I won't mention the name of the hospital. Now, I want you to, I'm giving a few details so that you understand my side of the story, and then maybe you can understand the medical people to their side of the story, and then you decide. So, and it's all about Fluffy. Hold on, I'll get to that part. So what happened was this. I think we got there around, if I'm not exaggerating, we got there around say 9:30 or 10 in the evening. 9:30, 10 in the evening. I remember that because somebody was brought in shortly after I was taken there. The guy came at 11. He was on my left-hand side, 2 beds away. He died at 2 a.m. So I kind of remember that a bit well. So forget about that detail. It's not really important. So it was a night. So, I mean, I was asked a few questions about my general health. Yeah, getting the same. And by morning, I saw a doctor. They prescribed something for me, and I was immediately given some form of medication to take. And then they grounded me there for like 2 days before releasing me, and then gave me medication, asked me to take it, and then keep reporting myself from time to time. Now, I started developing some funny symptoms here and there. You let me cut that part too out. So let's say I developed a few symptoms here and there over time, and I noticed something was not right. So I remember one day being bold enough to Google the medication I was given. I Googled it. I wanted to find out exactly what it was. And I noticed that one major element that I was told to take was a sulfur-based Please hang in there. You'll get the story very soon. Was a sulfur-based medication. Sulfur as in the element sulfur, S-based medication. And immediately I told myself that, but I know that I have a medical condition called G6PD.
Abusuafo yɛbɛtoa video no so na Koda kasa no wote sɛ wɔka sɛ yare a ɛwɔ no so ɛyɛ G6PD deficiency. And G6PD deficiency no na mebe breaking it down kakraa bi ɛde ama wo. G6PD deficiency no yɛfa no abusuam. Saa yare bi sei no yɛfa no abusuam ɛna ɛda screen no so no ho underline words na wo sɛ infinifin hono deficiency is an G6PD deficiency is an inherited condition usually occurring in males. And we say yɛfa no abusuam. Ebiemu nso no badan hanom no abehu sɛ symptoms na ɛwɔ honom no say it includes fever, dark urine. Na sɛ odwo nso a ɛyɛ tuntum, obedwo nso na ɛyɛ tuntum na sɛ ɛyare a no ɔden pa. Abdominal and back pain, fatigue, and a pale skin. Inti no sa wote G6PD deficiency every Koda no a na say na ete. Yento video no so.
G6PD. We something about us. You are getting a thing. But I know for sure that sulfur is one of the things that we are not supposed to take. So things like brufen and stuff like that, I've known since I was in tech that I'm not supposed to touch brufen. And so I was like, but the people, why they won't kill me or something like that. You get it? Because I'm talking about I had taken the thing for over 6, getting to 8 months of ingesting this thing on a daily basis. Can you imagine? So we scheduled some form of a review or checkup with the doctor. I went over. I get a little emotional when I talk about this thing. Like, forgive me. So we scheduled a checkup with the doctor, and I told the doctor that, but why am I being given medication that contains sulfur if I'm G6PD? Because you know that we are not supposed to be taking these things, and you guys are aware about these things. To cut a long story short, all they said was, "Oh, sorry, I'm serious." And then by being a bit defensive, I don't know. I remember exactly